Okay, we're 4 minutes away from tip-off for the El Reno Indians game with the Guthrie Blue Jays. Definitely on behalf of El Reno Athletic Director and the Indians head coach Rodney Hayden, athletic trainer Alex Bray, Director of Basketball Operations Mr. Fred Slaughter, high school principal Mr. Tim Pounds, and El Reno Superintendent of Schools Mr. Matt Goucher, we thank you for joining us for this second game. Our Lady Indians walked away with a 59-47 victory over the Guthrie Blue Jays. Coach Brett Clark has done an amazing job with those young ladies in just a very short time. And Coach Douglas has done an amazing job with a brand new group, and they played some outstanding ball. I'm being joined right now with Dallas Curtis, and he's going to give you a wrap-up on the Lady Indians basketball game. We don't have anything for the Lady Jays, but we do have for the Lady Indians. Dallas, take it away.
Yes, sir. What a game, first of all.
Absolutely.
I mean, and you're right. Coach Clark has done a tremendous job with that Guthrie team.
She has.
That's not the fight that I remember seeing out of them over the last couple of years.
No. As a matter of fact, I was telling Cheryl that I said there were several that were seniors, and I said, I don't even remember them.
No, they did.
They were memorable tonight.
They did not impact the games in the past, but what I saw tonight was, I mean, grit, heart, hustle, all the things you want to see from your high school players. Absolutely. Like that. I mean,
absolutely.
Those girls were not afraid. They came in here, punched us in the mouth, and gave us everything we wanted. And I love the way we responded. I mean,
I do too. Yes,
that was impressive. I mean, the refs let us play a little bit. I mean, it got physical, and our girls stepped up to the challenge and made some big plays down the stretch.
Yeah, they did.
Big shots.
Great defense.
Amazing.
Team defense was incredible.
Always had hands in the passing lane, deflecting balls, getting steals. Didn't give up a ton of offensive rebounds,
No,
so that was something that I'm sure Coach Douglas has probably spoke to them about over the last few weeks. Hey,
absolutely.
I'm tired of watching teams get second chance opportunities.
That's right.
Let's put a body on somebody and get a rebound.
Absolutely.
So one and done.
Give us some stats.
Sure thing. Pauline Black Harmon led the team tonight with 14. Had a monster game off the bench, I might add. So came off the bench. Had a monster game with 14. Emery with 13. Lily with 12. Najoni with 6. Reagan was 7, and Jules had 3, and Brianna Blackout with 2. So
okay, and let's talk about that next to the last name you said. Juliana Thomas came off the bench, and it was a point in time where we were down 3 or 5, I can't remember, and she drove in, she made a free throw, she and Pauline pulled a double team and got a steal right across half court. And then she goes and makes a steal and makes a beautiful pass to Reagan Bugai and finishes. Yeah. So what a great game by that freshman.
No
She's
doubt.
Not afraid of the moment.
No, she is. I've watched her play 7th, 8th. Freshman here, and her game is improved drastically. You can tell she's putting in the work. Not just in practice, but she's put time in outside of practice.
Correct.
I mean, she's got a whole new attitude towards being a true point guard, facilitator, slash scorer, slash, whatever. She is, becoming a definition of a true point guard.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
As a true freshman.
As a true freshman. And we need to remind you one more time that there is not one senior in the rotation for the El Reno Lady Indians. Wow. That's exciting. So starting for the Guthrie Blue Jays, number 1, Nate Binford. Number 3, Jalen Chelf. Number 4, Jalen Harper. number 5, Kyron Axtell, who really impressed me in the JV game. And a senior, number 24, Corbin Witt. And now to Dallas and the lineup for your El Reno Indians.
A guard at 6'1", senior, number 0, Matt Topai.
At guard, Matthew Topai, number 0, senior.
A 6'3", sophomore, number 1, Carter Romanos.
6'3", sophomore, Carter Romanos, number 1.
At guard, a 6'1", senior, number 4, Evan Romanos.
His brother Evan, senior. Evan Romanos, number 4.
A 6'2", senior, number 23, James Reveles.
James Reveles, big man in the middle, number 23.
Sophomore, number 24, Alex Elizondo.
And Alex Elizondo, number 24, sophomore at point guard. Rodney Hayden, head coach of the El Reno Indians.
Well, I don't remember much about Guthrie from last year. I know that our JV team had about a 35-point win tonight.
Yeah,
played real well. Boys and girls played very well tonight.
Sure did. Yeah, JV boys and girls look comfortable out there. Got some big leads and got the bench involved. Got everybody some playing time, which is what you want to see in a JV game. You want to see court time. You know, the coaches need.
Absolutely.
They want to see repetition. So
yes.
And you mentioned, last year, don't remember a whole lot from the Guthrie boys, and kind of like the girls, we don't remember a whole lot from the Guthrie girls last year. So we'll see what the Guthrie boys bring.
Yeah, I did remember number 0 for them. What is that young lady's name? Elizondo looks, and they've got a foul called.
Offensive
on
foul,
James,
some sort of moving screen on James, I believe, but it got banged up on the play.
I think he went knee to knee, almost.
And I don't know that it really was that much of a moving screen. I think he got tangled up, and it probably looked more like a moving screen.
Yes.
That's not what his intent was.
Right. And a lot of times when you have that kind of little knee injury like that, when you come up, you may have stuck your knee out and got hit. Good pass. Look. James can't finish. And number 4, I'll get his name in a minute, sorry.
Nice move. Reverse layup for number 4.
And number 4 is Jalen Harper. So we have 2 Jalens, so one is Shelf and one is Harper, so we'll just call them that. Carter. Ball out front, looks for the gap, almost gets it. Good job by Carter seeing that little crease. And number 4 is Harper, and he picks up his first foul.
Carter's really good at that. It's kind of deceptive. He slows down like he's going to kind of pull back, and then he sees that crease, like you said, and attacks. Just a little hesitation that gets him a lot of looks. 3
Carter,
ball.
Not there. Good look. Harper being guarded by Topai.
Man-to-man to start the game for the Indians.
Witt to Harper. Harper drives, spins. James, good strong board, and is tied up. Or is fouled. They call a foul on the reach in on number 3, and that is Jalen Shelf, senior. That is his first foul. Alex brings the ball up for the Indians. Fake handoff. James curls, goes up. Nice shot. Good rebound by Matt. Good job by Matt. Still after it. Can't get it to go, but it's a great effort. In the corner, number 5, Karen Axtell. And Kieran misses that, a little strong. Elizondo, incredible sophomore, just has such an IQ for basketball, as does this guy, Carter Romanos. And Guthrie's coach, Sean Morgan, immediately calls timeout, and he looks at his team like, who is it that we don't want to be wide open? And
I'm sure he's discussed that all week leading up to this game.
Correct.
Who do we not leave open at the three-point line?
Right. Yep.
And sure enough, they sink off of it. Carter with a wide open look.
Right.
Just such a pure stroke.
Yeah.
You think it's going in every time. Obviously, he releases.
Yes. Absolutely.
Just
squares
up, sets his feet.
Carter's kind of the kid that when he shoots and it doesn't go in, you almost hear him moan through the crowd.
Surprised that didn't go in.
That's right.
It's just a pure shot.
Well, we have got a great crowd tonight. Indian Nation really has turned out.
No doubt about it. Let's see if still staying in man defense, it looks like, for the Indians. They do a pretty good job of mixing it up, zone and man.
Yes.
Trying to keep the offense a little unbalanced. Nice drive by number 3. Good floater.
Very nice by Chelf. Okay, what a pass to younger brother and a finish. Boy, that was nice. Drive and dish right there. And again, a lot of times he doesn't score very much, but you can always count on Evan Romanos to bring it every single night.
Yeah, just extraordinary effort on Evan's part. Like I said, game in and game out. You love to see it. You take 15 of Evan Romanos on your team any day, any time. Go to war with a guy like that.
Yes, absolutely. And one thing that I like, and I don't know if anybody caught it out there in El Reno Indians.tv land, every ounce of that Evan did with his right hand. He is not right-handed. He is left-handed. Good job by Topai. Little Strong drew contact. Good job. Evan challenges. Just that little jab. Carter looks, finds Matthew. Matthew looking, finds Evan. Evan wide open. Yes, sir. Evan Romanos rewarded for his hard work. Indians lead 8-4. Indians in a 2-3 zone. Number 5, Axtell, looks, can't find anybody, kicks it out to number 1, Benford. Benford backs out with Elizondo guarding him. Number 3, Chelf, no good. A little bit strong, good-looking shot on line.
Matthew with the big rebound.
Quick hands by number 3, Chelf. Tied up Matthew in possession. Now, I've been wanting to see him. He has given us some incredible minutes in the last 3 or 4 ball games, has Jacob Robertson. And
he stepped up big.
He and James are on the floor together, and when that combination is there, I like it.
I do too. It gives El Reno a little bit different dimension. Having some big guys out there, big bodies, forces Guthrie
Carter
to pay
skip past
attention.
Elizondo, not good. Yes.
Yeah, forces
That's
Guthrie
exactly
to pay attention
right.
to the paint.
Yes.
They're not just So with that, when they're paying attention to the paint, you got guys like Carter and Evan and
Correct.
Alex able to step out there and knock
yes.
down a shot because they're not being double teamed or not being harassed on the perimeter. So I like it as well. I think
good job by Evan.
Coach Hayden has found something that he likes about it as well.
I agree.
And because he goes to it more frequently.
Absolutely. And the double Ds are in.
That's right.
Deontay Washington and Palmer, and they both bring a lot of excitement. Deontay Washington in the JV game, folks, hit 5 threes and did it effortlessly. Jacob, good job keeping that alive.
Tapped it over.
Deontay Washington rebounds, finds Carter, finds James. Back to Deontay. That's his spot. No good. Jacob right there.
Attaboy.
He made us look good, didn't he?
Right on cue. Thank you, Jacob. We appreciate that.
Quickly in off the bench is number 34, and I recognize him from the JV game. He was actually number 32 in the JV game. Big kid, rugged. Jacob just has to work a little bit more on those free throws because he would pick up about 4, 5, 6 points. Jacob, smart, right up. Jacob, James, good block out by Carter.
Yeah, good defense by James, staying straight up, didn't come down and foul.
Good hustle by Deontay, and great hustle by, who is that, number 1, and that is Benford.
Yeah, good hustle on his part, diving in for a loose ball. Looks like he may have been out of bounds when he got a hold of it. El Reno ball, 1.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, up 10-4.
Jacob, high free throw line. At the free throw line, thinks about it, puts it on the floor. It's kind of no man's land right there. He needs to be strong with the ball.
Yeah, if you're a big man putting the ball on the deck, you obviously have to know that hands are coming. Everybody's looking for a steal at that point.
Correct.
Just being aware, being strong with the ball, like you said.
Carter with a great rebound. Palmer, James working hard, as always. Jacob, high post. Oh, he missed him. We had that high post, low post. Jacob strong and tries to find James. Not there. High hands by James. Good shot by number 4, and that is Jalen Harper. Indians lead 10-7. James kicks it out to Washington. Washington tees up a 3, and it's good. You can almost count that every day.
Double technical. Jacob and Guthrie's big bruiser got tangled up. Wouldn't let go of each other. Had a few pleasantries exchanged, and
sophomore Dearman.
Double tech.
And Dearman, as we saw in the JV game, like 3 consecutive times down the floor, fouled. And I was keeping the clock during the JV game, and I was like, man, this kid has a lot of talent, but you just can't foul all the time. And he picked up a quick one right there, too. But unfortunately, Jacob was telling Coach Hayden, he hooked my arm. And, you know, that's a play that all the way up through the pros that they really watch out, because it's a concern for the person that has his or her arm hooked, because when they go down, they don't have any way to catch themselves.
Right. That can easily result in an injury, no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
I thought they called a double tech, so I'm not sure. It looks like Carter's going to shoot free throws, so.
Carter makes the first. Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought it was. I thought
the
he
ref
said
signaled and pointed at both after
yes,
he called the techs.
That's correct.
I don't know if another ref came in and had anything to say about that. and clarify that it wasn't Jacob's. Jacob didn't initiate it. Maybe number 34 did hook him and wouldn't let go. Jacob was trying to get loose.
Right.
Obviously they only now they're subbing Jacob out, but
well, maybe what it was is the initial call was I don't know. I'm at a loss. I'm with you, Dallas. I have no idea. I thought he called double foul and then double tech.
Yep.
Carter, wide open, three. You don't leave it. And if anybody on the floor will find him, it's Big Brother. Okay, we'll be back in 60 seconds. More from our sponsors.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Stream with Pioneer iVideo and more. Live, recorded, on demand, all in HD. Easily find and watch your favorite shows and movies. Anywhere. On any device. Perfect for the entire family. And easy to use. Enjoy Pioneer iVideo today.
Go ahead.
back to action here at Jinx Simmons Fieldhouse. First quarter came to an end with an 18-7 lead for the Indians. Carter Romanos leading the team in scoring with 11, followed by Deontay Washington with 3, Jacob Robertson with 2, and Evan Romanos with 2.
Oh,
Alex with a pull-up, nice. Alex said, let me join in on the party.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great pull-up jumper.
He kind of did what Guthrie girls did. You know, while everybody is being occupied down there on the low blocks, just find that little sweet spot in the middle lane. And Alex did a good job driving there. Through the hands of number 34, Carter. Alex, good tip in.
Carter with the
by
follow.
Carter. Carter continues to score in all different ways. Out of bounds to the Indians. Carter to trigger to Alex. Indians lead 22-7. What have you seen so far that has been the difference? It was a close game. It was like 8-7. And then all of a sudden, it's 22-7.
Nice dish by Alex. A little strong on James' jumper. We'd love to see him take a power dribble in there and explode towards the rim.
Yes.
Good things happen if you know, stay aggressive there. They're going to foul you, James, or you're going to get a bucket.
Good poke away right there by Evan. Always the little things, but that you don't see on a stat sheet. Nice screen by James. Carter looking, finds Big Brother. Evan, nice take. Good block by number 34.
Evan with his hand on the ball again.
Dearman.
Evan comes up with another steal. Carter from the corner. Deontay keeps it alive.
Nice play by Deontay. He's like, I could shoot threes too.
I'm not scared of that.
Good job. How many threes is that for the Indians?
He's still hot from the JV game.
Yeah, he is.
He's feeling it tonight.
He is. He is.
So let's see, 1, 2. That's our 4th triple of the night.
4th triple.
And you were talking about the game being tight early. That's 4 triples. You know, you hit some 3-pointers and knock down your free throws.
Yes.
That'll stretch a lead in a hurry.
Yeah.
So that's really what happened. We got a couple of 3 balls to go early or late in that first quarter, and Carter knocked down about 4 free throws. Boom.
That's right.
There's your lead.
Well, it's kind of what Del City did to us the other night.
True.
We were like right there. We were, had battled back. We were down by 9, and they hit 5 straight threes, and it wasn't the same person. They're a good squad, but I really think that we can play with them, and I think we learned a lot from that loss, to be really honest with you, and because I'm seeing it tonight. I'm seeing distribution of the ball a little bit better.
Distribution and discipline.
Yes.
They're playing better as a team and sticking to some fundamentals. They look good tonight.
Correct.
Come out with some urgency.
That's a good word.
Nice ball.
That's a nice Morgan off the bench. Braden Morgan. Good-looking 3 by that young man. Elizondo drives, finds the sweet spot, finds Carter. Back to Alex. Nice job by Alex. He's like, I'm open. Good hustle by Jacob. Harper. Just playing perimeter catch. Inside to number 1, Benford.
Good job
outside
by Jacob.
to number 3. And number 3, Chelf, makes the Indian pay. Deep corner shot. Nice shot.
Yeah.
Good ball movement, but like you said, good defense by the Indians.
Good defense. Oh, got their hand on the ball there, tipped it away. Another steal for the Blue Jays. Those 3 balls are big. You give up too many of those, and they're right back in it.
And I don't know who that call was on. It was on Jacob.
Right.
Okay. So that's a second, and I see James quickly going to the scores table, and Jacob is going to come out. One of the things that Jacob talked about early on during scrimmages that he had to stay out of foul trouble. James was very smart right there.
Straight up.
Straight up. And for the most part, Jacob's done a really good job keeping himself out of foul trouble.
Yeah, he has. He's learning to play that post defense a lot better.
Elizondo, just a little short, right on line. Morgan spots up for another 3 and count it.
Yep.
So when he gets his feet set, we see he's as deadly as Carter.
Yeah, kid's definitely not afraid to shoot. And
no.
I'm sure Rodney saw that on the scouting report and has relayed that message to his players already this week. And just like Carter on the other end, when they called the timeout after Carter's second 3, Rodney did the same thing. He's had enough of the wide open 3 balls. He wants a little bit more intensity out of the defense. So he addressed that real quick, and I expect we see the intensity ramp up a little bit on the Indian side.
Correct.
But just like that, maybe the third 3 ball of the quarter, and Guthrie's right back in the game. Yep. 25-18. Reno, 4 minutes.
25-9.
Yeah. So 9-0 run on 3 balls.
Right.
Three trays. Bring you right back in the game.
Washington's trying to answer. Not there. Reno has gone cold from behind the arc. Harper inside, straight up by Elizondo. Good job, good help side by Carter. And now they're going to call a foul on Carter. They say he came down across the arm of Harper. Harper changed his pivot feet right there.
I was going to say, I thought he got set, but he must have shuffled.
He did.
Traveling on the Blue Jays. Indians ball. Let's see if we can get James involved down low. I'd like to get another look down there and let him go to work. High post open for the Indians. There we go. Good job, James. Good job, Evan.
James and Evan.
Falling down and a bucket.
Great job by Evan, staying with it. He and James battling on offensive glass. And when you battle on the offensive glass, good things are going to happen.
There's a lot of basketball players that make their living on offensive rebounds and putbacks.
Right. Or just rebounding, period. Look what Dennis Rodman did with his career.
He played a long time in the league.
He did, just for rebounding.
Playing defense and rebounding. Spin move, nice spin move.
Yeah.
Just enough separation from Carter's long arms to get in a bank shot there.
Inside to James. James battling into the hands of Topai. Elizondo, great hustle. And because of his hustle and determination, he's going to go to the free throw line. No, he's not. Yeah, he is.
1-1 for the Indians.
We see a lot of that same grit and determination out of his twin sister, Emery. Alex sinks the first. Gets set for the second. Count it.
Indians have been shooting the free throws a lot better recently, I think, than maybe earlier in the season, too. Seem to be finding a rhythm there at the free throw line. That adds up to a lot of points. So, glad to see they're knocking them down tonight.
Yeah,
good contested shot by the Indians there. Alex pushing the ball.
James, beautiful inside pass. I didn't know if he was going to see Matthew because he was kind of covered behind. Great job by James.
Yeah, good eyes from James. Matthew fouled on the attempt to go to the line for 2 more. Guthrie player lost his shoe on that play.
Yes.
Came right out of his. Oh, a little short. Come on.
That's
Matthew's
something you very seldom see out of Matthew.
No, he's a great free throw shooter. Yeah, Oh, man. That's all right.
Matt goes 0 for 2.
0 for 2
Great
from
hustle.
the line. Down, up 10, I'm sorry, 2 minutes to go before half.
Harper.
Good cut.
Carter got him on the arm, and that's number 3, Chelf, and Chelf will go back to the line to finish the conventional three-point play.
Yeah, tough finish for the Blue Jay player there. Carter's in his face and thought he was going to block it, but he hung up in the air just long enough to let Carter come down on his arm and still get the shot up.
Yeah.
Nice athletic play for the Blue Jay.
Yes. Well, Chelf converts, so now it's only a 7-point lead by the Indians. And once it was 16, so Guthrie doing a good job battling back. Evan tried to pass it at the feet of Matthew and out of bounds. Turnover Indians. Minute 45 to go. And they call Elizondo on the floor, or did they call it a 2-shot foul?
Looks like he's going to the line for 2.
He's going for the line.
Got bumped on the way to the rim.
I didn't know if it was on the floor or if he was in
close.
the act of shooting.
It was close. I agree.
Morgan sinks the first. He's come off the bench and given them a lot of production point-wise.
Oh, no doubt. Hit some big threes early
Correct.
Nice here converting a couple of free throws.
Yep.
5-point game with a minute and a half to go before halftime. Guthrie in zone defense, stretched out, trying to guard the perimeter.
Elizondo Topai gets his feet set, a little strong, and Deontay goes over the back. Nice block out there by Jalen Harper.
Sends the Blue Jays to a one-on-one here with a minute 22 to go.
You're absolutely right.
That's an important foul right there. That gets stops the clock for the Blue Jays, gets them to the free throw line. They can get this thing really close here at halftime.
And comes up short. A minute 15 to go inside to James, to Deontay. Deontay to Evan. Evan kicks it out to Matthew. Feet set. Count it. And once again, Evan penetrates, finds the open Indian, and good job by Elizondo. And we've talked about this.
Every game.
Every game.
Every game. You don't see guys doing that a lot.
No.
Drawing charges. Alex does it every game.
Every game, yes.
Love it.
He's just got such a high mental capacity for the ball game. Nice. Kicks it to Alex. Alex decides not to shoot. Kicks it to Matthew. Hot hand. Not there. It's a right idea, though. He just hit a three. Rewarding. Nice step through. Number 4, Harper thinks about it. Dishes to number 1. Evan goes up high and is bumped. Is Benford. And he will be going to the line for another 3-shot foul. I misspoke, not a 3-shot foul. To finish a conventional 3-point play.
Yeah, patient play on his part. You know, get the defender up in the air.
Yes.
Got Evan up in the air. Waited for him to come back down and jumped up into him a little bit. And yeah, smart play from the Guthrie player there. Let's see if we can get some buckets here, some more points before halftime. Good look, turn and face, James.
Looking for one, kicks it out to Elizondo. Elizondo to Deontay Washington, to Evan. Evan to James. James to Deontay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Nice inside pass to Matthew. They say it was all ball. We'll be inbounding the ball.
Matthew got caught there looking for the defender instead of going straight up.
2.6 inside to James. James
nice
up
play.
Strong and count the basket. What a play by James Revelis.
Good strong play by James. Big power dribble in.
Yeah.
He could have got fouled on that as well, but
that's right.
We'll take that bucket.
That's right. Well, Indians lead 35-28. We will be back in about 5 minutes. And now, many words from our great sponsors.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
We know you have options when it comes to your vehicles, so we are grateful for the fact that you make us your dealership of choice. Whether you are needing service or parts on your existing vehicles, or possibly you are in the market for a new or newer vehicle, at Dorsey Jones Buick GMC, we will never take your time, loyalty, and friendship for granted. We are here for you. 405-262-2466. I-40 and Highway 81, exit 125. Dorsey Jones Buick GMC, the dealership with the gray canopy covers.
At El Reno Family Dentistry, we are dedicated to providing you and your family with the highest quality of dental care in a comfortable, affordable, and friendly way. We offer a wide range of services from digital x-rays and implants to Botox. We are insurance friendly and offer flexible financing. Call today for your free first visit at 405-262-6737. We can't wait to see you here at El Reno's most caring dental office.
Our community is about people. More than 80 years ago, our community came together to form El Reno Rock Island Credit Union to share a cooperative spirit of people helping people. Today, El Reno Rock Island Credit Union continues to carry on that spirit in El Reno and surrounding communities. We have personalized products and services for your needs, and we have experts to guide you along the way. Please visit our website at rockislandcu.com to learn more about our services and the benefits of being a member of the El Reno Rock Island Credit Union.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Stream with Pioneer iVideo and more. Live, recorded, on demand, all in HD. Easily find and watch your favorite shows and movies. Anywhere. On any device. Perfect for the entire family. And easy to use. Enjoy Pioneer iVideo today.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Dieselhorst, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care, We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Dieselhorst, and we are here to help.
All right, back here at Jinx Simmons Fieldhouse. Just wanted to go over some upcoming events for El Reno Athletics. Coach Lewis's El Reno wrestlers are competing in the Malcolm Wade tournament in Carl Albert tonight and tomorrow. We wish our number one ranked 5A ranked El Reno Indian wrestlers good luck. Also a reminder to all our viewers, especially the parents or guardians of an El Reno student, there won't be any school on Monday, January 16th, as we are taking time to remember Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. No school on Monday, January 16th. On January 17th, El Reno High School Wrestling will be at Tuttle. January 19th, El Reno High School Wrestling will be in Gilroy, California to compete in a tournament. So best of luck, safe travels to our wrestlers on that. January 20th and 21st, El Reno High School archery coach Mr. Bill Reeves and his Indians and Lady Indians will be hosting a shooting tournament in the Jinx Simmons Annex. Also on the 21st, El Reno Girls Wrestling will be in action at Del City. And finally, on January 24th, the Lady Indians and Indians will travel to Kingfisher. JV Girls will tip at 3:45. That is our latest El Reno Athletics event calendar. Please continue to check El Reno High School Facebook page and the El Reno High School app for any changes to those events. Good luck to all of our Indians and Lady Indians teams in this upcoming week, and have a wonderful Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Just a recap from the first half. Carter Romanos leading the Indians with 13 points with a couple of 3 balls. Evan Romanos chipped in 4. James Ravelis with 4. Matthew Topai with 3. Alex Elizondo with 6. Jacob Robertson 2. And Deontay Washington with a 3 ball to round out that first quarter. Indians lead 35-28. A minute to go here before the second half resumes.
I was just talking to Cameron Wilkins. He is our golf coach, our girls golf coach, and he was just saying that he wants to get more girls involved and at an earlier age in junior high. So if you have a daughter and you would like to see her compete with El Reno Golf, get a hold of Cameron Wilkins at cwilkins@elrenops.org, and during the McGinnis game, we're going to have him on at halftime so he can make a plea to you as well.
Speaking of the junior high, I want to give it a shout out to the 7th grade girls basketball team. They'll be playing for the tournament championship tomorrow in Weatherford. So they had a big
fantastic
win yesterday against Elk City, and a monster win today against a Bethany squad that was supposedly really, really tough. So big win today for the 7th grade girls. They play Piedmont tomorrow in Weatherford for the Weatherford Tournament Championship.
Excellent. What time is that, Dallas?
I believe that game's at 2:30 tomorrow
2:30
afternoon in Weatherford.
So if you're not doing anything, there's some really good restaurants in Weatherford. Drive over and support our 7th grade girls. I was trying to think of something to do tomorrow afternoon. I might have to go over and watch. And Dallas has a daughter that plays on that team. And they've really improved. Their first couple of games, they weren't quite sure what they were doing, and they've really improved. So we're back to action. Topai drives, kicks to Evan. Alex backs it out, finds Evan again. Evan, he's got the nicest softest touch in that mid-range game, and that's something that you don't see very often.
No, that's something obviously he's practiced and worked on.
Yes.
He's got like I said, he's got the soft touch for that kind of shot. A lot of guys just are a little strong, a little don't know how to float that ball like that.
Correct.
And
speaking of floating the ball, Jalen Harper hits another three.
Another three. It'll keep him around for sure. Those are big buckets.
Carter to Evan to James. Oh, and James hits hard.
Nice high-low action there.
Very nice.
James came down all hard. He's kind of grasping that hip a little bit. Hopefully it wasn't a head injury. He's getting up.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that young man takes a beating.
Yeah.
And we've talked a lot about, and give a big shout out to Alex Bray. She helped with Bree Blackow earlier and taking James back. She works with these kids all the time. She's so invested in the lives of these kids, with the wrestlers, with the basketball players. She's football players. She's just a great person too. So stepping in for James because of his injury is number 5, and Deontay Palmer sinks the first. A little strong on the second. That's not the easiest thing to do, is just come in cold off the bench and have to shoot free throws. Indians lead by 5. What adjustments, if any, have you seen so far? Evan? Well, and another Indian goes down hard.
Yeah, one thing that I think the Indians are doing, although we gave up that 3 ball early on, it was contested.
Yes.
So you're going to see us pressure these guys off the 3-point line, force them to make another, force them to drive, force them to kick it somewhere else. They don't necessarily have a big inside presence.
Correct.
They don't have a low post threat. So
correct.
We got to run them off the 3-point line. I think that's what something probably Rodney discussed with them at halftime. They did hit that 3 to start the game, but it was contested 3. It's a good shot by the Guthrie Blue Jays. I don't expect them to have too many wide open looks from the 3.
Correct. I agree with everything you said. Well, Evan makes both of his foul shots. So Indians lead 40-33. Number 13, nice rise. A little strong. Carter clears, finds Deontay Palmer, and it's incredible the kind of body control that young man has in midair.
Pure athlete. He's got it. A little deceptive. Kind of hesitated, but when he wants to explode,
yes.
He's got some serious lift in those legs.
Absolutely. Deontay a little short.
Got to get those free throws.
He kind of talks to himself and says, I need to bend my knees a little bit more, as he demonstrated. Second. And got the lift that he needed. Excellent job. Good adjustment. Indians lead 41-33. 5:40 to go in the third quarter.
Good defense by Matthew, cutting off that lane.
Absolutely. They're really watching that 3-point line, just like you said.
Going to run them off of it.
That would be the adjustment.
They walk.
And good call by the official. Jalen Harper, before he put the ball on the ground, he took a step. Carter bringing the ball across the court.
And some of those turnovers like that travel there from Guthrie, that occurs because of the intensity of our defense, the way we pressure, the way we swarm. That'll get you off balance and get you in a hurry.
Yes.
It forces you to make plays like that. Good high-low again.
Nice. Deontay goes up strong.
Oh, nice block.
Gets a block. Nice block.
Oh, shoot. Off the foot of
Matthew just got a little cross-footed right there. Morgan, number 13, their long-range three-point shooters, back on the floor for Guthrie. And they're going to call a block on Deontay Palmer.
Going back to the defensive end of the game here, defensive end of the court for the Indians, one thing that I've always admired from Coach Hayden's ball clubs is the way they play defense. I mean,
yes.
I've never seen any of his teams not come out there and just be pretty ferocious on the defensive end, getting hands in passing lanes, cutting off driving lanes.
Yes.
And attacking the goal when the ball's in the air to go for a rebound. So
correct.
He gets the most out of them on the defensive end, and that's how you stay competitive. That's how you make runs in the state tournament every year is by doing those little things. So you get kids to buy in and work hard like that, good things will happen, I promise you.
Correct. Well, the adjustments have been made on James's body, and he's back on the bench. Carter Roman knows, count it. You give him that much space, not 9 times out of 10, 7 times out of 10, he's going to make you pay for it.
Guthrie's coach is going to lose his mind if he continues to sit up there with shoot wide open threes.
Yes, he is. Good job by Deontay, and I believe Carter tipped that.
He's making buckets for the other team right now, just on an accidental tip in.
He was at the right place at the right time. The ball just lifted and went in. Carter to Alex. Alex looking inside, finds Deontay. Deontay Palmer kicks it out to Topai. Feet set, little strong. Evan trying to tip it to himself. Instead tipped it to a Blue Jay. Blue Jay on the attack. Driving bucket by number 4, Harper. Harper's a good-looking player, and he's only a junior.
Right there. Yeah. That was nice. He's got a thicker body frame to him. He looks like a tailback to me.
You're right.
He looks like a guy that I'd like to see carry the ball on a football game. Deep three from Alex. He said, nobody's going to guard me, I'll pull, but a little strong.
Indians lead by 5. 2:25 to go. Harper.
Good tie-up.
Good job. Good tie-up by Carter.
Quick hands by Carter.
Yeah. Harper tried to cross over, and Carter was right there.
Yeah, Carter knew what was coming. He'd seen that a couple of times already.
Correct.
Where he's trying to take him off the dribble, and he makes that initial move, crosses over, and then tries to get in the air for a shot, and Carter said, not today.
Absolutely.
I've seen enough of this. I know what's coming.
I know.
It's just smart play on Carter's part. Quick hands.
Again, a very high ball IQ. Nice fake. No, what a move. Very nicely done by Deontay Palmer. Indians up 7. Number 3 launches it, and that is Chelf. Chelf's been kind of quiet this third quarter.
That's a deep three. Alex had a hand in his face.
Yeah. Deontay to Carter. Count it. That was a beautiful.
Guthrie coach almost punched the wall. He knew.
Absolutely.
He knew that as soon as that was released, he turned towards the wall behind him and made a fist like,
yeah.
How many times do I got to tell you?
Exactly.
Do not leave
Evan,
that guy open.
What a step around. Beautiful job by Evan. Kept it alive.
Nice
and
move,
they
Evan.
say it went deflected off of Evan. Beautiful
Left it
move.
just short.
Yeah.
Nice move by Evan.
Yeah, and the one thing, the earlier bucket by Carter is the presence of sophomore Deontay Washington to realize that he was out there wide open and got it to him from the baseline.
Sure.
Deontay off to the races. Speaking of, nice move by Deontay. Hesitated, let the guy blow by and finish. Indians up by 9.
Way to get the rebound and get your eyes up,
Absolutely.
too. Look up the court.
Yes.
Those transition buckets, we haven't got a lot of those this game, so it's nice to get some fast break points. Takes a little bit of the stress off the defensive end. Nice turnaround.
That was a nice turnaround, and that is number 1, Benford, a junior.
Young squad, it sounds like.
They do have a young squad.
And like the girls, the Guthrie girls, the Guthrie boys team, they're playing hard. I mean, they're a scrappy bunch.
They are.
They're a little undersized, but very athletic. And
yes,
got some good shooters. Just right there, got another hand on the ball in the passing lane.
Yes.
Forced a turnover.
Good challenge.
Yep.
And that is the end of the third quarter. Indians lead 51-44. We're going to pay a few bills. We'll be back. Come back and join us with more ElRenoIndians.tv.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
And we're back for the fourth quarter of El Reno Indian basketball. Our cheerleaders and Jacqueline Smith, their coach, have been doing an incredible job all night tonight. We want to give a shout out to our cheerleaders, Kyston Haynes, Alexis Lively, Brooklyn Mitchum, Felimia Starna, Brianna Stevenson, Rayleigh Wright, Ainsley Bailey, Natalia Guerrero, Emma Ketter, Serenity Schneider, Soledad Hernandez, Bailey Schmidt, Camden Sears, Frankie Walker, Zoe Wood, Piper Bird, Griselle Guzman, Bella Hart, Lily Hayes, Haley Salazar, and again, the cheer coach for El Reno High School, Miss Jacqueline Smith. Thank you for all that you do and all your hard work.
Missed three-pointer by the Blue Jays coming into this fourth quarter. We lost a rebound out of bounds. Blue Jays get the ball back and convert on a two-point bucket. Indians lead 51-46 to begin this fourth quarter. Up top to Carter. Cross to Alex. Backs it out. Sets up the offensive set. High post to Carter. He's going to make a move. Evan, I'm sorry, with a nice spin. Just couldn't get it to go with the little left-hand hook. Blue Jays push down towards the other end. Three-point shot by number 4, bucket. Good look, and I knew that was coming. They had 4 perimeter guys. Jalen Harper, he's not afraid. None of these guys are afraid to shoot. Carter with a long 3 to answer, just off. Nice steal by Deontay Washington. Carter steps up, decides against it. Deontay steps through short. Good block by Carter. Great timing on Carter's block. Fell right back into a Blue Jay player. His hands, number 1, Nate Benford. Went up, got fouled on the play. Goes to the line for 2. Guthrie trailing by 2. 6 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in the fourth. Benford hits the first. Revelis checks in. Deontay Palmer goes to the bench. Good job by Deontay. Played good defense, got his hands on some balls, rebound. Had a strong finish earlier. Benford with the second free throw, tied up, 51 all. Alex up top. High post. Carter with the corner 3. Rebound Blue Jays. Deontay with a poke. Almost came up with the steal. No. Indians had two guys going for the rebound there. Got poked out of bounds. Was thought that maybe the Guthrie player had got his hand in there and did most of the poking, but they get the ball back. Another 3 by Jalen Harper. Couldn't get out there fast enough. Got a hand late in his face, and he buries another 3. It's amazing what those 3 balls will do.
Absolutely. One of the things that I see is that living by the 3 and dying by the 3, and it's kind of working both ways. It's kind of biting us right now because we're not making ours and they are making theirs. And so with this 30-second timeout, or actually it's a minute timeout, but we're going to keep it here because now we've got 30 seconds. What do you think Coach Hayden is talking to them about right now?
Well, obviously he's not happy with the defensive end of the ball and letting them get out there on some uncontested 3s. You know that's what he was preaching at halftime is keeping those guys, run them off the 3-point line, force them to do something else.
Correct.
I mean,
yeah,
and we got caught up on a couple of screens and couldn't get out there, and our hands are late in the face. You know, they got pretty good shooters. I mean, they're talented kids. I mean, you give them that much time and let them square up.
Right.
You know,
that's right. Well, and another thing that I'm kind of thinking too is in the third quarter. In the second quarter when we had such a nice run, we were sharing the ball. We were driving, we were kicking, we were penetrating, kicking it out, and we're not doing that. We're kind of sticking it in the perimeter.
Yeah, James back in the game now. Hopefully they'll find him working down low. They got out of their high-low set, kind of got a spread offense going on right now. Runner to the corner, Alex with 3.
That was excellent ball movement.
Great play. Oh, James just ran into it.
James just got off balance and couldn't stop himself.
That was a great play call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good look from Alex, just couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah. No. Alex got a great look, and now they've got to turn up the defense, and they've got to protect the 3-point line. And as
contested 3,
yeah.
Evans there with the hand, but these kids are not afraid to shoot the deep ball right now. They're all feeling pretty comfortable with it.
Right.
Good take.
Good hustle by Evan and James to keep the ball alive. Evan still on the floor. Deontay, triple team. And timeout by Guthrie's head coach. Smart play.
It was. Yeah, good call. Aggressive play on both ends.
Great effort by everybody.
Great effort on both sides. Guthrie comes out with it there at the end, and like you said, their coach made a good call on the timeout.
He did.
And saved a possession possibly for them.
And credit to Deontay. He didn't get it up easily, and he had 3 people surrounding him and the baseline So he had 4 people guarding him, basically.
It was a tough situation to be in, no doubt about it. He fought through it. Got poked out there at the last second. Guthrie player got his hands on the ball, and as soon as he did, their coach called a timeout. Smart play. Indians with some full court pressure. Let's see if we can get us a steal here. If not a steal, we got to limit them to 1 shot here. Get their rebound. Slapped away.
And who is that called?
That was on Evan on the drive. They've got him reaching in. Morgan goes to the line for 2.
I really like these officials tonight. They're discussing things with the players instead of, I'm Lord and Master of you, don't talk to me. They're really engaging with the players, and I like that.
I do too. I think they did a great job with the girls' game as well. So, yeah, one of the better crews we've seen.
Yes,
Alex with another 3.
Absolutely.
Tipped out.
Good hustle. Carter sets his feet. No good. Great pass to Deontay. We're going to call that an assist. Indians need to stop big time.
Good defense.
Good job by Deontay. And Deontay kind of, and what a hustling play by Carter Romanos. And the Indians are turning up the defense. Harper in the corner for, and I can't, that was number 21. And number 21 is Aiden Hardiman, and I don't know if he's been on the floor tonight.
No, I was going to say, I haven't seen much of him, but he hadn't got many minutes, but to come in and pull that corner 3, that was a brave move.
And he didn't hesitate.
No, but you're thinking, pull it out, run some more clock.
That's right.
He had no hesitation. He fired away. Luckily, he missed that. Did go out of bounds on the Indians, so here we are with a little over 3 minutes to go, down 4. Plenty of time.
And apparently that's why the young man's number was called by his coach, because the coach had no problem with him shooting it. Morgan out to Hardiman, to Morgan. Morgan driving around. Evan picks him up. Good.
Nice steal.
Good deflect by Topai. Goes in strong, and Matthew finishes. Indians only trail by 2. Great comeback by the Indians. 2:44, Evan almost. And it's a walk. Great defense by the Indians. They have dialed up the pressure. Yes.
Love to see it.
Absolutely.
Forces a turnover. Got a chance here to tie it up or take the lead.
And once again, who had that hand in there? Evan Romanos. You can always count on him if it's a close game, just watching. Alex, straight on. Good look.
Indians pressuring out. Indians switching on defense.
2 minutes.
Pressure out front from Alex. Nice move. Nice cut off on the lane there by Alex. Forcing number 3 to do something again. Kicks it back
Good
out.
pass. Can we hustle? Can we get it? And Guthrie's coach, Coach Hayden, and Guthrie's coach both were getting ready to call timeout when the person got on the fumble.
That was close. He almost, it's calling a timeout before he even has possession of the ball, just hoping he comes down with it.
Correct.
So good call.
Yep.
Two good calls, timeout calls from the Guthrie coach.
Yes. It's a full timeout. We're going to take it with them. We'll be back for the exciting conclusion of this ball game.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
All right, back with the end of the fourth quarter here at Jinx Simmons Fieldhouse. Minute 45 to go. Indians trail by 2. Evan with pressure out top. Backdoor cut from Guthrie. Nice play. Nice soft shot by number 3, Shelf. Up 4 with a minute and a half to go.
That was a nice called play by the Guthrie coach. Evan Roman knows.
Big bucket from Evan right there.
You know, here's the deal about Evan Roman knows, Dallas. He could do that all night long.
He could. There's no doubt about it.
Evan challenges. Oh.
Foul on the shot.
And
a late whistle on Witt, or Witt goes to the line for 2. A late whistle on, I'm not sure who they called the foul on there.
They called it on Evan. It's
Evan, okay.
Yeah.
Evan's 4th foul. Looked like Indians were coming down with an offensive or a defensive rebound, but whistle was blown late, goes to the line, makes both free throws. 2 huge free throws for Witt right there.
Correct.
See what the Indians can do. A minute to go in the game.
Topai for 3. Count it.
Big shot.
Good ball movement. And that's what we were talking about. We hadn't had that ball movement, that inside out, and that extra pass.
Right. Got it to the high post.
Yes.
Evans does a great job of turning and squaring up with the goal to see what's in front of him. Sees Matthew out of the corner of his eye for a nice wide open 3-pointer. Beautiful ball movement there for the Indians.
Yep. We'll be back after this quick timeout.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
We're back. We've enjoyed all night long Mr. Nathan Leonard and Mr. Jeffrey Johnson's band. They've been doing a great job getting the fans up and getting everyone going, and we appreciate that. And we know those kids, Dallas, put in a lot of hard work as well. And so thank you. We're back. 54.7 seconds. Indians trail by 1. Elizondo on the ball. Chelf looking. Passes to Benford. Benford looking for backdoor, closely guarded by Evan Romanos. Double team, finds number 24, wide open under the go. Corbin Witt. Indians down 3. Matthew Topai, Washington to Topai. Topai sets his feet. Good job by Washington on the tip-in, and timeout by Coach Hayden. Indians trail by 1.
Nice follow with Deontay to get that in. Guthrie came down on that first possession there after the timeout. Nice backdoor cut from Witt. Got caught underneath the goal. Nobody around. Easy bucket. Good play from the Guthrie guard to see him down low, make that cut.
Correct.
Big answer for the Indians. Matthew had a good look from the corner. Didn't fall, but way to crash the boards and get that bucket. That gives the Indians a chance right here. Let's see if we can pick up a steal on the inbounds. If not, you probably got a quick foul and send them to 1-on-1.
Correct.
Make them make the free throws and give herself a chance at the end.
16.1 second. If you don't get the steal, you got to go for the foul. And it's kind of pick your poison. Several of the Guthrie players are very good free throw shooters. And Guthrie to inbound.
One of them is number 13. I don't know that I would have him.
Elizondo and Deontay.
The ball in, but I'd rather not foul this guy. Let's try
Carter almost had a steal and
timeout Guthrie. 7.6 to go.
Yeah. 16.7 and 7.6, almost the entire 10 seconds. Great defense by El Reno. Now, Dallas, what's the situation right now? I mean, we have to foul.
You have to
we
foul.
Don't get an inbound steal.
Right, you got to go for the steal. If you don't get the steal, you foul. Send them to the free throw line immediately. There's no chasing anybody around at this point.
Correct.
Now let's see if we can get our hands on the ball and force a turnover.
Yeah.
If not, it's foul immediately. Send them to the free throw line.
Right. And again, Deontay, only a sophomore, Deontay Washington, and great kid. I mean, I really like the kid. I like his presence that he has on the floor. He's not afraid of the moment.
He's comfortable.
He's comfortable.
He's comfortable. We'll say that.
But just chatting with the officials, saying, didn't we have a 5-second call?
Yeah, you don't see many sophomores do that. They come out there and joke around with the official in a tight game like that. So,
and a big shout out to these officials. They have done an amazing job. Oh, wow, somebody fell down, and it's a tie ball. Oh.
Thought we had a jump ball there.
Well, I don't think we have to say anything because I think El Reno Nation is saying it for us.
They're giving him another timeout. That was exactly what we wanted. Force a bad pass, get the ball in an opportunity for us for a steal.
And
I thought we had tied up for a jump ball. Jump ball possession would have gone in El Reno's favor.
Well, I thought he walked. I thought he had the ball that fell down.
He may have.
Well, yeah, because you're upright, you have your feet, and then you fall down.
Right.
That's a walk.
If he had possession of it, it's a walk. I didn't know if he had full possession of it. Even if he, they don't call the travel on there. I thought we tied him up before we got any opportunity for the coach to call a timeout. So.
Right. Well, and Coach Hayden didn't have the luxury of calling a timeout because we didn't have any left, and they had one.
.2 seconds to go.
Carter.
Down one.
Foul number 4. Good job by Matthew Topai. Very few 1.2 seconds ticked off?
About as quick as foul as you can get on that play.
That's right. And it is a 1-on-1.
Yeah, good job of Matthew to get
absolutely
some contact on that kid because he did have a wide open outlet for a layup or to run the clock out. He wouldn't even have to shoot it.
That was kind of the case where sometimes you haven't fouled much. I mean, look at Guthrie right now. If they were in that situation, they'd have to foul 3 times. And Harper, who has been very rock steady for them all night long. Jalen Harper's played an outstanding game. And James comes back in for offense.
Rodney takes a shooter out for a rebounder.
And we need a 3. Out of bounds. 3.6 seconds to go in the ball game. Four, 2. Elizondo raises. And great effort by Alex.
That was a good look.
Well, that was an incredible catch, first of all.
Great catch, great look. Yeah, you couldn't ask for much more with that much time left on the clock.
Correct.
Guthrie comes in here and steals one from the Indians. What a well-played game on their part.
A great game.
They knocked down some big threes and big free throws.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams left it all on the floor.
Yeah, great game tonight.
It was.
Obviously,
2 great games.
Yeah, 2 great games.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want to come out on the other end of that, but I think the Indians, you know, they know that they played hard. They just needed, a couple of shots to go in. And this game's going in the other direction. So
yeah,
they can't think about it too long.
No.
It hurts and never fun to lose.
No. Especially on your home floor.
Right. You never want to lose at home. Protect your house, So you wake up tomorrow and it's a new day.
That's right.
And you get focused for the next game.
That's right. That's right. Very quickly.
Learn from your mistakes tonight and move on tomorrow. Get focused, ready for another matchup next week.
That's right. Very quickly, Dallas has mentioned it earlier that our 7th grade Lady Indians will be playing in the championship of the Weatherford tournament. And our Indians traveled last night to Elgin, number 1, number 2 in 5A wrestling, and our Indians came away with a victory.
Fantastic.
Big time. Big time.
Yeah, huge win to go on the road like that.
Absolutely.
And I know some people from Elgin, and that's a tough community.
Yes.
Those kids and the people in that community, they're just tough, hard-nosed people. So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. They still haul hay the old way down there.
That's right. That's a good win. Anytime you can go down to Elgin and get a victory in anything,
yes,
that's big.
Yes.
Not easy to do. So congrats to Coach Lewis and that crew.
Yes. And they are in the Malcolm Wade tournament tonight and also tomorrow
right,
at Carl Albert. So if you don't have anything to do, go watch the 7th grade girls play for the championship or go watch the Indian wrestling team. So with no more to say and totally exhausted, what a night. What a great night. Great atmosphere. Intense. That's a great word for it.
That's the way high school basketball should be.
For our producer, Cole Owen.
Thank you, Cole.
For myself, Kurt Parker, and my number 1 guy in the foxhole with me from now on, anytime he wants to come, Dallas Curtis. Thank you, Dallas. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
I really enjoy it.
It's
really
a lot of fun.
enjoy it.
Thank you for having me.
Well, as we always say, win or lose, go Indians. We'll see you again soon.